Want to hear about a legendary and inspiring woman? No, not me, someone else. The world's oldest university is standing thanks to a Muslim woman from North Africa. Her name is Fatima al Fihri, and it's safe to say she was pretty cool. Her name is Fatima bint Muhammad al Fihri al Qurashiyya, or just Fatima al Fihri because that's a lot easier.
She was born in present-day Tunisia in about 800 AD and was the daughter of a well-off Arab merchant. Fatima's family migrated to the city of Fez in Morocco around the same time Arabs were fleeing Cordoba and southern Spain as they were being expelled from those regions. What we do know about Fatima is that she and her sister Maryam were well educated, but there's not much else we know about Fatima's personal life, as her story seems to have been written many centuries after her death. And a fire in 1323 reportedly destroyed all written records of her life in the university's archives, so it's hard to corroborate the details. It's believed, however, that she died around the year 880 AD.
But what made Fatima al Fihri build a mosque that is now the world's oldest operating educational centre? Fatima al Fihri came from a devout Muslim family that valued learning, and she happened to inherit a large sum of money after her father's death. At the time, a lot of people were migrating to Fez, as did Fatima's family, and the city quickly became a bustling cultural melting pot, where arts and sciences flourished alongside religious devotion.
Worshippers eventually outgrew the mosques that were available to them, so Fatima decided to build a new mosque with all the money she inherited and name it the Qarawiyyin Mosque after the immigrants from her hometown of Kairouan.
She made sure the mosque was built under her supervision, like a real boss lady. And one historian says that she even fasted until the mosque was completed. That's 18 years.
After the Qarawiyyin Mosque was completed in 859 AD, Fatima was probably stoked when she went inside for the first time. Initially, religious studies were taught at the centre, then it expanded to include other topics such as astronomy, medicine, languages, mathematics and even music, and became a hub for symposiums and debates. Soon, Qarawiyyin transformed into a fully fledged learning centre, and throughout the centuries, it became a stop for many scholars, poets, jurists, astronomers, mathematicians and scientists. It welcomed students and teachers from all over the world, regardless of their country or religion, and got to witness distinguished students and scholars such as historian Ibn Khaldun, Sufi philosopher Ibn Arabi, polymath Ibn Rushd, Jewish doctor Maimonides, and even Gerbert of Aurillac, who later became Pope Sylvester II.
Fun fact, Pope Sylvester II is actually credited as the dude who introduced his knowledge of Arabic numerals to the rest of Europe, giving us the number system we use today.
Early algebra is believed to have been developed within the walls of this university, and its library is one of the oldest in the world, housing thousands of ancient manuscripts. Al-Qarawiyyin University is recognized as the oldest currently existing and operating university in the world, preceding its first European counterparts. It played a leading role in the cultural exchange and transfer of information between the Muslim world and Europe, and even inspired the founding of Europe's oldest institutions in the centuries to come.
Fatima herself studied at Qarawiyyin, the place she founded, and I have a strong feeling she was a nerd.
Her diploma is actually still on display at the university's library for everyone to see, and of course the place has gone through restoration work since the time it was built in the 9th century, but Fatima al Fihri's selfless contribution towards intellectual development is something that undoubtedly deserves our recognition.
And while most of us young people look up to various different idols as role models, let's not forget about brilliant women like Fatima al Fihri, whose remarkable legacy of dedication and empowerment, almost 1,200 years later, is still helping to illuminate our world.